TJ Holmes and Amy Robach talk about their big blowout fights and possible marriage. More details of Amy Robach and TJ Holmes' relationship are being revealed, including their reasons for not knowing if marriage is in the cards for them. The couple opened up about their closely watched relationship in the most recent episode of their podcast. Amy and TJ Robach said that they're still not sure if they want to make their romance legally binding. We're still deciding about what that level of commitment is, like whether it's legal or not. But mentally, emotionally, we've absolutely agreed to commit to one another, Robach, 51, stated. We haven't figured the marriage thing out yet. When the time comes, I would like to move in with you and spend the rest of my life with you, Robach said. I want someone who is by my side. I want a life partner. I enjoy staying up late and waking up with you. Robach sees Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's relationship as the epitome of the perfect love story. Despite never having legally tied the wedding, the couple has been together for 40 years and has successfully merged their families. I've always been in awe of how every day they wake up and they choose to be together, Robach said. There's no legally binding document that says they have to be together. We are unable to play this video because one of our sponsors' messages could not load. Please turn off any ad blocking software you may be using and reload the page. Next up, Amy Robach breaking down in sobs after TJ Holmes and her emotional argument. Robach believes that the institution of marriage does not genuinely strengthen bonds, just giving the impression that it does. Robach stated, being married makes it much more difficult to end a relationship. It's a false security blanket, though, and I don't want to be in a relationship with you in that sense. She continued, saying, but I still default to that in my head, indicating that she still has marriage-minded feelings. According to Robach, it would feel more official and more real, even though that's not necessarily the case if she could declare, that's my husband, I'm his wife. I am more excited, and I feel it's a stronger commitment to not get married, Holmes responded. Robach stated her wish to live with Holmes, and Holmes granted her wish, although he clarified that he is a little reluctant to move in because Robach shares a teenage daughter named Annalise with her ex-husband, Tim McIntosh. I was always just trying to be respectful that you have a 17-year-old daughter who might not want to see me sitting on the couch watching a basketball game when she comes home from school, Holmes revealed. Ava, Robach's daughter, is 20 years old. In the meantime, Holmes is a father as well. Along with son Jaden and daughter Brianna from his first marriage to Amy Ferson, he also has an 11-year-old daughter named Sabine with his ex-wife Marilee Fiebig. In November 2022, after Robach and Holmes separated from their respective spouses, Andrew Shue, Robach's second husband, and Fiebig, Holmes' second wife, their covert romance came to light. The duo decided to voice their opinion on their podcast and started flaunting their relationship on red carpets at the end of 2023, but not before the contentious romance cost the former GMA anchors their jobs. Robach and Holmes, who have been candid about their relationship's ups and downs on their podcast, mentioned in the most recent episode that they don't bicker but rather have sporadic blowout fights. Holmes explained that they get into the same fight about every 6 weeks, saying, we fight about the same things, but not about the small things. Robach remarked, it drives us both crazy. However, we don't argue all the time. Never would I characterize what we do as bicker. Oh no, big blowouts are here, declared Holmes. If we're gonna do this, let's do this. Robach joked, it's go big or go home, referring to their seemingly heated exchanges. Amid allegations of misconduct, Amy Robach recalls conducting a terrifying welfare check on TJ Holmes. We are unable to play this video because one of our sponsors' messages could not load. Please turn off any ad blocking software you may be using and reload the page. Next up, amid allegations of misconduct, Amy Robach recalls conducting a terrifying welfare check on TJ Holmes. Following their well-publicized divorces, Shue and Fiebig, the ex-spouses of each other, have turned to one another for comfort and are now dating. Andrew and Marilee are taking things slow in their new romance and trying to lay low in the midst of their very public breakups, an insider told ET in February. The two have appreciated getting to know one another away from the commotion and find comfort in one another. They bonded via the pain of their individual breakups even though at first they had no interest in one another, the person continued. Andrew Shue and Marilee Fiebig's relationship has surprised some close to those involved, a second source told ET. However, the two's recent tight bond, their shared ideals, and their tendency to rely on one another in times of need make the partnership not unusual. The two are still discreet in content with each other's presence. In March 2023, Robach and Shue concluded their divorce, and in October 2023, Holmes and Fiebig reached a settlement.